I'm very well. Yeah. Thanks for joining the class today. So remember, I'm recording this session. Yeah, just to let you know. So tell me, how have you been?
Mm, Teacher, I was working very much, and and at this moment I am rest finally.
Okay, so you're resting now. Nice. Fantastic. So that's good to know, Christian. Okay, so let's wait for the others to start the class. So maybe we can start and maybe they will join later. I don't know. Do you get the email that I sent you today? Christian, do you get the email that I sent you today or no? Not yet.
I'm sorry, what, teacher? You know,
I was asking if maybe you got an email from me. Yeah, today I sent an email to everyone in the class. Hi, Yaisa. How are you?
Hi, teacher.
How do you feel now? Are you better?
Yes, I better. I'm better.
Nice.
And you, teacher?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I was telling Christian that today I sent an email to everyone in the group. Um, I need you to check that email because there's a link to a survey, and that survey is for the speaking encounters. So please try to fill out the form as soon as possible, okay? Because it's mandatory and it's requested by UNAT, okay? It's very easy. That survey is about these encounters and to know your satisfaction or to know how can we improve our encounters. So please try to take the time and fill out the form, okay? Hello, Kevin. How are you? You said good evening. Yeah, good evening, Kevin. I hope you are doing well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start the encounter right now. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Remember, at any time, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so Kevin, you're fine. Nice. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I don't recall if last time we worked on this modal, must or could or might. Did we talk about must?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Mm, okay. Um, so I'm gonna make a review, a very short review, and then we're gonna continue with the next topic. Okay. So remember, here we have a picture of two women. Okay, so one of them is telling the other, it's a fantastic film. You must see it. Okay, and then they are at the cinema, right? So this is a suggestion, okay, but it's a strong suggestion. It's like, oh, the film or the movie is so good that you must see it, okay? You cannot miss. You cannot miss the movie, okay, because it's a very good movie, okay. And here you have the grammar structure, okay, how to use must. So remember at the beginning, okay, so you can use the subject, I, we, you, they, he or she, and then must, and the verb in the main form, right? Okay. After that, okay, so we can also talk about how to make sentences, right? With must. So remember, must is something that I need to do, right? It's a modal of necessity. For example, I'm hungry, I must eat something. Okay, or it's a fantastic film, you must see it. The windows are very dirty, we must clean them. But for the past, we don't use must, okay? For the past, we use had to, okay? So we don't use must in the past, remember. I was very hungry. I had to eat something. No, I must eat. No, because I must eat is present. Now, if you look at the difference, in the past, when you use had to, you have to make the infinitive form of the verb, right? So to eat is the infinitive form. I had to eat. But when you use must, you don't use to. You don't use the infinitive form, right? So I must eat in the present. I had to eat in the past. And lastly, we had to walk home last night. There were no buses, okay? So we had to walk. No, we must walk, okay? Is this clear? Okay, let me know if it's clear or if you have questions. Okay. Now, in the next slide, in the next picture, you will see a mother and her daughter, okay? Imagine that they are at the museum, and then the mother says, you mustn't touch the pictures. Okay, why? Because it's something that it is necessary not to do it. Mustn't. Usually we use this, we use must or mustn't for rules, for something that you need to do or you need to comply with. For example, here, this is a rule of the museum, okay? You mustn't touch the pictures. It's a rule, right? And then mustn't is the contraction of must not. Okay, so I mustn't, remember, it is necessary not to do it. Okay, it is wrong. If you do this, it's gonna be wrong. Also, if you do this, there will be a bad result or maybe a bad consequence. For example, you mustn't smoke in the school, right? Inside the school. And then why? Because if you do it, you're gonna have a bad consequence, okay? So it's the wrong thing to do. And then here you have some examples. I must go, I mustn't be late, okay? Why? Because if, let's say that I must be on time for the class, right? I must be on time. That's a rule. That's something that you have to follow, to comply with. If you don't do it, there will be a bad consequence, right? I mustn't be late. Also for work, you mustn't be late. I mustn't forget to phone Chris. Okay, so now here we have actually the main verb is forget, right? Here to phone, remember phone could be a noun like the object phone, but could be also a verb, right? And here is a verb because we have to phone. It's the infinitive form. So I must remember to phone her. Okay, so in this case, Chris is a woman, right? So I guess it's Christina or something like that. Okay, and be happy. You mustn't be sad. Okay, it's like don't be sad, right? And the last one, you mustn't touch the pictures. Okay, so we already talked about this one because it was in the example. Okay, so now I want you to write in the chat or speak. Okay, if you remember, if you speak, it's much better because we're here to practice our speaking. But the idea is to tell me some rules using must or mustn't. Okay. Laura says, hello teacher, I am here, but I can't attend the classes until 5 o'clock because I have to work. Okay, Laura, no worries. I understand.
Teacher, I don't know. I must.
Mhm.
No, sorry.
Yeah, tell me.
You must to carry the, I know, your drive license. Es que no sé cómo se dice.
Okay, I guess what you mean or what you want to say is you must take your driver license with you,
Ajá, eso es.
right? Yeah, but the thing is you must take your driver's license with you. Okay, so I spelled license like this because that's the spelling here, but license has two spellings. One is with CS, but here in Canada we use this spelling. I know it's like weird, but so Kevin says we don't understand. We must get a teacher. Okay, so we must get a teacher. More than get a teacher, it would be like hire a teacher maybe, or we must ask a teacher. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else wants to give it a try? I'm gonna write more examples. Okay. Okay, you must be quiet at the library was one, but another. You must be nice to your siblings. Maybe a mother says this to a son or a daughter, right? So you must be nice to your siblings. Kevin says you mustn't drink alcohol. Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. Or another is you mustn't drink and drive. This is a terrible combination. Yaisa says, I'm hungry, I must to eat something. Oh, Yaisa, in that case, remember that we don't use the infinitive with must. So I must eat. No, I must to eat. Okay. Christian says, the city is very cold. You must wear a jacket. Yes. Nice. Laura says, you must maybe wake up. Wake up, right? You must wake up early for going to work. Yes, yeah. It was a typo, no worries. We are sick. We must go to the doctor. Yes, yeah, we must go to the doctor.
What about you must pass all the speaking encounters?
Yeah. Okay, Chris. I'm glad I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm just waiting here for my turn.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good job. Yes. Yeah, so we are sick. We must go to the doctor. Yes. And about, okay, Laura says you mustn't smoke while you are in a flight. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Otherwise, I don't know. You know better than me, Laura. So, what are the consequences of smoking while in a flight? So, let's say that I am in a flight and I, this is not true, okay, because I don't even smoke. But let's say I smoke. So what would happen if somebody, I don't know, catches me while smoking in the flight? And Kevin says he must pay attention to the class because it is important. Yes, must pay attention. Yeah, good. Good, Kevin. People can uh, teacher and we forgot. I forgot the word penalizado. So it's like penalizado would be like you have to pay or you might face a penalty. So Christian is writing. So who's this Christian? Camilo or maybe you have to pay a fine? You are drunk. You mustn't drive the motorcycle. You are drunk, you mustn't drive the motorcycle. Yes, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so you see. Okay, yeah, good examples. Now here, okay, so as you can see, must has different meanings and different uses. Another use is when you use and you say that you don't need to do something. For example, I don't need to go yet. Okay, I can stay a little longer. So that means that you have the option. Okay, so it's not mandatory to go in this case. I don't need to go yet. So I can stay a little longer. Okay. Another example, you don't need to shout. I can hear you. Okay. That shout is when you raise your voice, maybe because um, you are arguing with somebody else, maybe because you think the other person can't hear you well. So you raise your voice, you shout. Then this person says, you don't need to shout. I can hear you okay. And then you can also say, don't have to. For example, I don't have to go yet. Oh, it's the same. Now compare. Okay, this one is very important. Okay, because here you have don't need to and mustn't. You don't need to go. You can stay here if you want. Remember, this is when you have a choice. Now you mustn't go. You must stay here. In you mustn't go means that it is like mandatory, or maybe um, it is better if you stay, otherwise you will have a bad consequence, right? So you express necessity of not to do something. So you mustn't go, you must stay here, right? So for example, let's say that you are, imagine that this is an in-person class, right? So I would say you mustn't go, you must stay here, right? Or for example, even today, I would say the same, but the only exception is Laura, because she has to go to work. But in classes, you must stay, right? Can you give me more examples about this one? So don't need to and must. So when you have an option, when you have a choice, and when you don't have a choice, okay? So you use mustn't. So again, try to tell me examples. I would like to hear your voices, yeah, to be honest, yeah, because as I told you before, the idea is to practice your speaking skills, okay? So who wants to give it a try first? Yes, Christian, I am sharing a presentation. Can you see it?
No, teacher, I'm sorry.
No? Anyone?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, I
share
can
it.
see it.
Yeah, you could see it? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
You too? Christian, what about now?
Perfect, teacher. Thank you.
Perfect?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yes, so the idea is give me examples where you make comparisons, right? Between don't need to and mustn't. Mm. So, for example, you don't need to come. You don't need to come to my party. Okay, so if you want, you don't come to my party. Okay, and Laura says, you don't need to call me for apologizing. You can also write an email.
Or you don't need to pay now, you can pay later.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. See? Yeah. Laura says, you don't need to call me for apologizing. Okay, so you mustn't drink wine while driving. Yeah, that's different, right? Chris, um, I would ask you another one. So, tell me, what would you use about an exam? Like you mustn't. Um, okay, I'm gonna write it here. And
You asking me something.
yes. So,
Um,
which one would you choose? Okay, I'm gonna write them in the chat for everyone. If anyone wants to participate as well.
you mustn't be talking. Oh, it's slow.
Okay,
You
or
mustn't be
you mustn't
late.
be late, or you don't have to be late.
I guess it's the first one, isn't it? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like mandatory. You mustn't be late.
You mustn't be.
Because the second one, you don't have to be late. It's more like an option,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I don't know.
And also Laura, yeah, she agrees with you. Mm-hmm. Yes, first one. Yeah. So that's the idea, right? So when you have options, you use don't have to. But when you don't have options, like it's mandatory, you have to use mustn't.
Yes.
You okay, Chris?
Yes. Why are you asking me that?
Because you were coughing and also your voice sounds different today.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I just got I got my fan turned on. Fan. Así es que se dice ventilador. Fan.
Yeah.
Because it was a really hot afternoon here in Cali. I don't know.
Oh, I bet.
But it sounds weird. My voice today.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
uh,
Maybe it's me.
no, no, but I'm alright. Thanks for asking.
Okay. Yeah. So I just hope everyone stays safe.
Oh, what about Jaisa? Remember Jaisa was sick
Mm-hmm.
with coughing. Is she
Yeah,
okay? Is she okay?
Liza.
Hola. Yes, I'm I'm better now. Sorry, I forget that was English class.
No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
funny. It was funny just to hear you say, "Hola, yes," and goodbye. End of the transmission.
Okay, yeah, but it's okay, guys. So
So I'm glad you are okay. Yes.
yeah, me too.
She mustn't speak in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're
That
right.
always remind me. I don't know if you ever watched MTV. You know, you remember MTV.
Yes, sir.
There was a kind of commercial about that program. It's about the quinces. You remember that it was um, ¿cómo se dice? Like a reality show about King's 15 years. It was something like, and the commercial was the daddy talks to her daughter and says in Spanglish, "So, mija, what do you want for your quinces?"
Ah, yes, yes,
that
yes.
was so,
I
that was so
recall. Yeah,
funny.
and the other one was My Sweet 16, right?
Yes, but that was always turns funny to me because, hey, mija, what do you want for your quinces?
Hey, mija. No, but it's that's real. That yeah, I've heard that Spanglish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
There's people who talk like that.
yeah. So funny. Okay, so now here I. Oh my goodness, I hope you get better, Chris.
You mustn't cough in the call.
Sorry, I'm just sorry about that.
Okay, so you see, Laura is enforcing the rules
Yes, of course.
very well. Okay, so now here we have an exercise. In the box, you have some words, right? So you have to fill in the blanks using must. For example, I'm very hungry. I must eat something. Marilyn is a very interesting person. You blank her. Okay, so, but for this one, I need you to speak. Okay, so please raise your hand. Okay, so, okay, Laura.
You must meet her.
Yes, you must meet her. Yeah, very well. Nice. And Laura, would you like to try one more?
Yes, the next one.
Yeah.
My hands are dirty.
Mhm.
I must wash them.
Wash them. Yes, yeah, very well, Laura. Okay, so anyone else?
You must, yeah, you must learn to drive. It will be very useful
Yeah, you must learn yeah,
to
to
drive.
drive.
And
Mhm.
next one, shopping. I need to buy some food. I must go shopping, I guess.
Yes, I must go
Shopping.
shopping. Yeah, I need to buy some food. Okay. And who wants to do the next ones? Maybe.
The the game tomorrow is very important to for us. We
Mhm.
must win.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Isa, would you like to try number 7 as well, please?
You can't always have things immediately. You must be patient.
Yes. Yeah, you must be patient. Mhm.
Page. Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No worries. You don't have to cover your cough because
I was kidding, Liza. Don't worry.
no worries. Okay, so now we're gonna have an activity. Okay, so pay attention. You know what? I'm gonna stop sharing this, and I'm gonna demonstrate how to do this one because this is a little bit different than the previous activities we have been doing. And it's because it has a listening part. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay, can you see my screen? It must be green.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay, so let's wait a little bit till it's ready. Okay. I don't know, it's taking some time. Laura, at the airport, can you please tell me which are the rules that I don't know, like many people use break?
Let me think.
I don't know, maybe related to baggage or maybe related to items they can carry on.
Oh, yes. The most of people don't use to take the correct hand luggage.
Okay. Like the carry-on baggage.
Yes, the carry-on luggage.
Mhm.
Most of people take bigger bigger bags.
Okay. I know what you mean. So they carry like bigger, yeah, bigger suitcase or yeah, bigger um, baggage with them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so now here you're gonna press the button. Well, actually, this one is not the listening activity. After we're gonna have the listening activity. This one is about the matching. Okay, what do you have to do? Here you have two columns, and you're gonna match. For example, she has to stay in bed. Then you have to look for the sentence that better fits that sentence here. So she has to stay in bed. So which one has the same meaning on the other side?
She must not get up.
Yes. Okay, so you click in both and then you match them. Okay. So I'm gonna paste the link to the chat and okay, so please try to do it. Take a screenshot when you finish. And if you have any problems, please let me know. Okay, I'll try to help you out.
Teacher, what is the must and mustn't activity? I can't find it.
Um, can you hear me? Laura, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. But
So,
I opened the link, but I don't find the must and mustn't activity. What is it?
oh, but Yaisa did it. Um, I don't know why. Okay, let me try to paste it again. Okay. What about now? Try, please try with this link. Yeah, because Yaisa and Chris, they already finished the activity. Yaisa got 50. Okay. Um, 50. And Chris got 100. Okay. Yeah, very well. So just okay, yeah, when Yaisa, so Yaisa got 50. So when everyone finishes, we're gonna go back to that game to check the answers. Okay. And so I don't know, Kevin, Christian, um, are you okay or are you having problems with the link? Oh, Christian finished. Okay. Yeah, well, I we can leave the meeting early. We don't need. Yes, very well, Christian. Kevin. Ah, okay. So Kevin is waiting. Diana. Yeah, 100. Yeah, very well, Diana. There's a trick. I think there's like two sentences that are tricky because they are very similar. Okay, so this one is Laura. Yeah, and I think that was okay. Yeah, that was a problem with Laura and Yaisa. Yes, there's like two sentences that are tricky. Okay, we're gonna go to those sentences. Okay, let me go to the. Okay, so can you see my screen? Is the game?
It's black now. It's,
No,
no, but it is black now.
No.
it's black. Okay, let me share that again. Okay,
Now it's green.
now it's green. Yeah, it's taking long. I don't know, maybe it's my internet connection, but yeah, it's a little bit slow. I apologize for that. No, but these days, as many people are working from home, so it is so likely to have problems with your internet network, right? Okay, I'm gonna start. She must go to see the doctor. So, what do you think is this one? What do you answer?
It's essential to see. She sees
She
the
sees
doctor.
the doctor. Yes. Yeah. So essential is a necessity, right? So here we're using must for necessity. Now we can leave the meeting early.
We don't need to stay until the end.
We don't need to stay until the end. Yes. This one is tricky because here you have early, here you have till the end, right? So we can leave. You have an option, right? You have
Oh,
options. If you want, you stay, otherwise,
and you got the we can stay until the end, and I probably answered to.
yeah. And then for the next one, we must leave the meeting early. So here it's different because here we're using must. So we don't have option, we don't have choice. Okay, so here we can't stay until the end. So we must leave the meeting early. We can't stay until the end. So we are not allowed to stay until the end. Then she has to stay in bed.
You need to. Sorry, she must not get up.
Yeah, she
See
must
until
not
everyone.
get up. Yeah. And then the last one is you mustn't eat junk food.
Yeah, by default, the first one.
You need to eat healthy food. Okay. Yeah, I would say that that's the main problem with those two sentences, right? They were a little bit tricky. When you have choice and when you don't have choice. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that one. Okay, so okay, so here we have some situations, but actually I know that Laura has to leave early, and I'm gonna try to do this at the end. Yeah, and we're gonna start with this one. So what is the right thing to do? Okay, so here you have three different situations, but here imagine that you are talking to your friends. So every person here is a friend. So here you don't need to use must, okay? So Rachel has an exam tomorrow. So what would you advise Rachel to do? Another one, John has a cold. Again, you're gonna give a suggestion. So not a strong, okay? Just a suggestion. Ashley is tired today. Okay, so what would you say, what would you advise these people here?
Teacher, by using should or have to?
Yes, yes, yeah, you can use should. Yeah.
Rachel should study tonight.
Yeah, very well, Laura. Yeah, so Rachel should study tonight. Yeah. What else would you advise Rachel?
Rachel should read well the instructions while taking the exam.
Yes, nice. Yeah, very well.
Or she mustn't be late for tomorrow exams.
Okay, yeah, because it's something mandatory, right? If she is late for her exam, something
Yeah,
bad will happen. Mhm.
she mustn't be late. Yes.
Okay, but
Teacher,
tell me, please.
Rachel should take attention in the class.
Uh, well, like pay attention.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, pay attention.
Fine.
Yeah, but yeah, should. Yeah, Rachel should
Ah,
pay
okay.
attention in class. Yes. So, what else would you advise, yeah, Rachel, to do?
Rachel should take a pen, a pencil, and an eraser.
With her, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Very well. Okay. So we could also say Rachel should um, check her notes, right? Just in case that she took notes before about the classes, right? So she should review all her notes, and also maybe she should read her book, her textbook, or maybe she should study with friends. I don't know. Well, maybe not now under COVID. It's not a good idea. Um, okay, so tell me about John. Okay, Kevin says he should go to the doctor. She must take a rest. Uh, who's this one? She must take a rest, Kevin. Oh my goodness, look at John's face. Yeah, it looks like he has a terrible cold. Yeah, very nasty.
John should prepare hot drinks.
Okay, yeah, like hot tea or infusions, right? Like ginger, maybe ginger and lemon.
Claudia, I got a question. I got this idea. I I could use this phrase, right? John mustn't have get out last night, right? You can use mustn't and have, like in no debió haber
Yes,
salido.
yeah.
Ah, but it's okay, yeah.
Y- yeah, but in that case, it's not advice. In that case, it's like
That's something he should do. Should do it.
Recommend.
something you infer, you analyze, right?
Okay.
Um,
And I know it's not the topic, but I seen this before. I seen the mustn't with no, sorry, it's just must and have with contraction, and I don't not really sure how it sounds with the contraction.
um,
Okay, it's gonna now. Yeah, I don't know if you understand me. Like must and have.
must have,
Sometimes
must have.
I see it like a contraction.
Yeah, must have.
It sounds like that.
I know. It sounds
Or,
weird. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You
but
know, those contractions are difficult. You know, like
yeah, I
this
know
one
there
as well.
exists. I know there
It will.
exists, but it's not like I never heard. It's something like it's not so common, something like that. But I know it exists.
Yeah. Look
It
at this
should.
one. It will. How do you make? How do you pronounce the
Ah,
contraction?
I knew it that, but I just can't remember. But I knew it
It'll.
is. Idle, yeah,
It'll.
idle, exactly. Yes, and it sounds weird, but it's idle. Yes.
Yeah. It's so weird. I know. Yaisa says, John must eat soup. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Like chicken soup. Yes, it's a good one. Yes, yeah, contractions.
Or John must.
They're very important
John.
because, especially when you're speaking, um, they will help you a lot.
Yeah, it's much faster the conversation. and you have to train your ear to detect that kind of contractions.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So let's talk about John. Okay, so John has this terrible cold. Laura says so he should um, prepare hot drinks like teas and infusions. Yeah, some of you say that he must go to see the doctor. Um, Yaisa says that he should. Well, actually, she says that John must eat soup. So the thing is here, as you are giving advice to your friend, you don't want to sound bossy. So that's why you use should, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that when we are giving advice, we want people to do the thing we're advising, right? But they have the option of not do it, right? Because we're friends. Um,
It's okay to say he must blow his nose. I don't know if blow is the right the right word for that actually.
yeah, blow. He must blow.
Yeah.
The, yeah, blow his nose. Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is correct. John must keep warm. Yeah. So for this one, could be must or could be should. Why? Because if he doesn't keep warm, there could be a bad consequence, right? So here you can use must or you can use should. So very good, Raisa. Jaisa. Diana says Rachel must go to bed. I think it's bed, right? Early. John must be in quarantine. Yeah, because maybe he has COVID. Ashley must rest.
It's incredible how just one tiny word can change all the meaning of the phrase.
Yes.
Rachel must go to bed early. Tiene que ir a apostar
Yeah,
temprano. Huh?
like money, maybe.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it changes the meaning. Yeah, Ashley is tired today. Maybe she had a terrible day at work. She was very, very busy today. Some of you say that she should go to bed early. That's correct. I don't know, maybe she should take the evening off. Maybe she should just stop working. Maybe she should go home early. That's another sentence. Or maybe she should go um, to a spa and relax. I don't know. Any ideas?
Um, I
What
know
do you think?
I know is I know Diana already said this, but it could be a little bit much better if you say as Ashley must take a rest than just a rest. Must take a rest.
What? Oh, where is Ad?
I know, like it's not like the like the Diana wrote before. It was wrong, but I don't know. It could be more like take a rest.
Take a rest. Okay, so Kevin said that she must take a rest.
No, I think it was Diana. Just let me hear. Diana. She just wrote Rachel must go to bed early and John must be in
Ah,
quarantine. Ashley must rest. She wrote it
Ashley
like that.
must rest. Okay. So, yeah, Ashley must rest or Ashley should rest. But take a rest.
It's
It's
like
more common to say take a nap.
okay, yes, because now that I'm thinking, it
Take
sounds
a
like
nap.
they should die or something like that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm
Yeah,
thinking, that she
maybe
must
maybe
rest.
it's the confusion between nap and rest because they are similar, right? So
I don't
take
know.
a
I
nap.
just like rest in peace or something like that. She must take a rest.
Ashley should listen to relaxing music. Yeah, very
Something like
well.
the something like the mob will tell you. The mob, the mafia.
Yeah. Oh, mm-hmm. Okay, now I got it. That's dark.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's things that I get out from all that Italians and movies, Al
Uh-huh.
Pacino and that kind of stuff. And they use a phrase like that, yeah.
Like those. Oh my
Like
God.
those, yeah.
Yeah, and here you have actually some answers, but here they're like you can match them. So he should take some medicine. John has a cold, right? She should study today. So that's for Rachel, and she should go to bed early tonight. That's for Ashley. So you see, you were very close. Okay, and now we're gonna look at the grammar structure. So we use again the subject. This is basic. This is basically the same structure uh, for many of the modal verbs. So first the subject, then the modal verb, and then the base form of the verb. So remember, you don't change the verb, okay? And for the negative, you just add not at the end of the modal, right? And you make the contraction if you want. So shouldn't, should not, or shouldn't. And here you have some examples. So you should do something. It is a good thing to do. It is the right thing to do. So Tom doesn't study enough. He should study harder. Okay, so this is one thing that usually happens when you use should, and especially if you are comparing things. Use comparatives to make sentences. So you're comparing the situation. Tom doesn't study enough. He should study harder. Use the comparative. It's a good film. You should go and see it. Okay. Now, it's different when you say that it's a fantastic film, right? In that case, you say, oh, you must see it. Here, you're just saying that it's a good film, right? You should. So it's not a strong suggestion. It's just a suggestion, okay? You should go and see it. And that's the main difference between suggestions with should and suggestions with must. So must is stronger. Now here in this example, in the picture, the mother says, you shouldn't watch TV so much, right? So you should not or you shouldn't. And here we also have Tom shouldn't go to bed so late. Right? All of these are the contractions of should not, shouldn't. You watch TV all the time. You shouldn't watch TV so much. Now, please tell me, yeah, oh yeah, Laura had to go to work. Um, okay. Okay, so please let me know some examples of how to use shouldn't. So imagine that you are talking to a friend and um, you are saying some pieces of advice with shouldn't. Now, oh, there's something you must know, okay? With advice, when we're talking about advice, Okay, here we go. Advice in Spanish is a countable noun, right? So in Spanish, we say un consejo, dos consejos, tres consejos, right? But in English, no. In English, advice is uncountable. So we cannot say one advice, two advices, no. Okay, it's not correct. So you say some advice. If you want to count it, you have to use a quantifier. In that case, you say a piece of advice. Okay. A piece of advice. Two pieces of advice. But not two advices. Okay, no. Any questions about this? About this rule?
It's very clear for me.
Sorry?
It's very clear for me.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, yes, in English, you cannot count advice. So it's uncountable.
Now you mentioned, I never realized that. I mean, I never thought about it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I never use it when I say advice, never use a one advice or two advice, but I never thought about that. You know, like, yeah, in Spanish, we use the numbers for advice sometimes, but in English, never.
Yes.
Very good to
Yeah,
know.
I know it's different, but
Yeah.
the
But,
other thing is the spelling when is a noun and when is a verb. For example, I advise my friends. Okay, here you write advice with S because it's a verb. But when advice is a noun, you write it with C.
oh, I never noticed neither.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
So
was learn something new every day.
yeah, so keep that
I
in
never,
mind.
yeah, I never thought about that either. Advice, yeah, but it sounds the same, no?
Yeah,
Advice,
yeah.
advice.
But when you're writing, you better spell out the word properly, right? Okay, now let's look at the sentences. Okay, so Kevin says you shouldn't discuss with your parents. Um, I think in this discuss, it's what it's actually argue. Yeah, argue. Argue is it's a better word for that sentence because discuss it's more like you are having a conversation about a topic. For example,
And in a friendly manner, actually.
yeah, in a friendly manner. Yeah. So let's say that we want to talk um, about jobs, right? So let's discuss uh, which are the things we must do to get a job. Okay, so let's discuss. Okay, and you bring your ideas, I bring my ideas, and we discuss, right? But we don't argue. Argue is when you shout, when you raise your voice, when you say bad things, when you don't, yeah, you speak about something, but you are disrespectful. Maybe, let's say you have a disagreement with your parents, and instead of just talking, you just get mad, right? So that's more like argue. Okay, so you can say you shouldn't argue with your parents, right? And Diana says you shouldn't drink too much soda. Okay, so in this case is too much. Too much with double O, because here is when you're using too with double O, it's like it's more than is needed. But if you use to, it's a preposition, right? And then Yaisa says you shouldn't talk to your ex-boyfriend. Okay, that's a good piece of advice. Yaisa. Yeah. Okay, Yaisa, tell me why you shouldn't talk to your ex-boyfriend.
I
Okay.
thought with all my ex-girlfriends, I don't have a
Or,
problem
or
with that.
or ex-girlfriends. Why? What do you think, guys?
I thought with all my ex-girlfriends, I don't have a problem with that.
So, Chris, do you agree with Yaisa?
No, but I mean, it depends, because it's
It depends.
if you when you end a relationship, if you don't end it in a good manner or something like that, well, it's not like you wanna talk with that person again.
Hmm. Yeah.
But if it's something that you ended, like each other knows that the relation is not working or something like that, I guess it's why not? I mean, it's nothing wrong, right?
Nothing wrong. Okay. Well,
But
Yaisa says because that does not let you advance.
I not agree. I not, if you got still you had like, ¿cómo se dice? Sentimientos o cosas ahí arraigadas.
Feelings?
Yeah, like, okay. Exactly, feelings. Like you had still feelings in that relationship, something like that. Maybe yes. If you need your space, it's okay. But
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
an expert, But
Okay, why not? Okay, so Yaisa says, but don't believe me. Remember that I haven't had a relationship.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take advice for all my friends here. You shouldn't take drugs anymore. That's my example.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good piece of advice, yeah, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Um,
That's the drink, but I don't know how long.
Another one would be like um you shouldn't spend a lot of time on your cell phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Why? Why do you think you shouldn't spend a lot of time on your cell phone?
I don't know. It it takes you, too much time sometimes, and you're wasting your time.
You're wasting your time. Basically, you're wasting your time,
Don't
and
you?
that prevents you to from doing other things. And yeah, and also it's bad for your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Make you much more on than you are. Like
Yeah.
you already are. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
not
Yeah.
mean you. Oh, right. I'm
No,
talking
but
about
I also have, yeah,
talking
some
about me.
visual problems. Yeah. Now pay attention to this one. This one it's very important, okay? Because here it's the difference between should and oughta. Okay, so you can use should or oughta, and both mean the same. Okay, it's the same meaning, so you can replace should for oughta, or you can replace oughta for should. But the main difference is when you're using oughta, it's more formal. Okay, and also it's not very common to use oughta, right? Okay, so it's up to you. If you want to sound more formal, maybe, I don't know, maybe Um, it would be for academic writing. You can use auto, yeah, things like that. But it's not very common. Okay, it's more formal, auto than should.
I remember I knew that word in a Beatles songs, like Ticket to Ride used that word. I don't
Yeah, but
know.
remember the Beatles are British, right?
Yes,
And
you
yeah, and British tend to be more formal.
but like you said, is like you never find that word in conversations
Yeah,
or stuff like that.
yeah,
They say
you're
like
right.
she ought to think twice, something like that. They
Ah,
speak very fast, and it's hard to sing
okay.
that part.
Hmm.
I own you
Okay.
I own you a son, but not it wasn't God today. It's not what will happen today. But I own you a son. I still remember. I promise.
Mm,
I will sing you a
yeah,
song.
you bet. Huh?
when is the last session of this speaking session?
I don't know yet. I have to check that later. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'll let you know. Okay. I have to figure out and I have to let you know. The other thing is I sent you an email with a link to a survey. I need you to take that survey as soon as possible because it's about the speaking encounters.
You already sent it. Sorry.
Sorry?
You already sent it or just
Yes,
oh,
yes.
okay.
I already sent it today. Um, so please let me know if you got it in your mail, your email. Otherwise, I'll share the link in this chat, in this conversation. Okay. Okay. So now let's move quickly to these ones. For these ones, I need you to speak. Okay. So match the statements with advice. Okay. So, Yaisa, would you like to give it a try?
Sure. Um, John is overweight,
Mhm.
so I think that he should eat less fatty food.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, nice. Diana.
The second, Taylor saved a lot of money. I think she should buy a new house.
Yes, yeah, nice. Okay, Christian Camilo.
He wants to learn happiness. I think
Japanese.
Japanese. Okay. I think he should enroll in a course.
Yes. Enroll is when you sign up for a course. So, for example, as you are studying at UNAT, before you start the semester, you need to sign up, right? So you need to agree to the UNAT conditions, you need to pay a fee, right? And then once you are enrolled, you can start studying, right? You can start classes. Okay, and Japanese is the language, right? Yeah, very well. Okay, so now how do you make questions? It's very simple because actually it follows the same pattern for other modal verbs. If it's a yes no question, you start writing should at the beginning and then the subject and the verb, right? And here in the example, this is a song. Should I stay or should I go? I don't know if you have listened to that song before, but yeah.
Of course, is that the Clash song?
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. Nice. And if you want to ask a WH question, You just need to add the WH word before should, right? So remember, WH questions is when you are looking for specific information. So what should I do? Or where should I travel? Or, right? Things like that. Or why should I take the survey? Uh, right? Things like that. Okay. And, oh,
Did you ever notice that the Should I Stay or Should I Go song has Spanish lyrics, a part of the Spanish lyrics?
no,
Yeah.
I never realized that before.
Yes, listen carefully, and
Okay, I'm gonna
you
play it. Yeah,
yes,
after the class.
at the Spanish parts.
Okay. So now pay attention. Here, let's say that you uh, wanna know or wanna ask your friend's opinion, right? So you usually may use this structure. So do you think, and then you say, do you think I should, or do you think he should, or do you think we should, right? And here you have an example. They are at a store, I guess, and she asks, I guess it's her friend or boyfriend, I don't know. Do you think I should buy this hat? And he answers, yes, I think you should. Or what time do you think we should go home? I think we should go home at 10 p.m. So I think it is a good idea. Okay, so please try to ask a question like this to any of your partners here in the chat. Okay, so do you think I should buy a Ferrari car? Or I don't know, or do you think I should buy a new house, or do you think I should read the the news? I don't know. It's up to you. Or do you think I should um, work out at the gym? It's up to you. But please ask the question to one of your partners. Okay. Um, okay, so Kevin says, do you think they should buy some coats? Okay, yeah, but the idea is to speak. Kevin, I don't know if your microphone works. If your microphone doesn't work, try to address the question to somebody else. Okay, try to, for example, write the name of the person you wanna answer. Um, do you think Yaisa should talk with her ex-boyfriend? Oh my goodness. Yaisa says no. Okay, this is fun.
Do you think that I should buy a motorcycle?
Okay, so who's you're asking?
Chris?
um, I don't know. I guess you should.
Ah, so maybe
Oh,
you can explain why she should buy a motorcycle.
Because
It's a
if the
motorcycle or a bike?
oh, she said motorcycle, right?
Motorcycle.
And I said you should. I guess you should. Maybe no. I don't know. Maybe maybe because your ex-boyfriends don't turn out what you what you think they your relationship don't turn out what you think it would be. So a motorcycle would be a more exciting. thing to do. You know, like riding your town or something like that,
Okay.
and get
Oh
attention
my
from the other boys, and get attention from the boys. You know, wow, there go Jaisa, run, 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 run.
I am
Oh,
going to buy a huge motorcycle.
Okay, if you need to, so go ahead.
oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a good answer, Chris. Really nice. Kevin says, should we stay at home during the quarantine? Okay, I don't know. What do you think, guys?
Well, of course, we must,
Yeah, we must stay at home during the
or
quarantine.
at least not try not to reunite with too much people, because you know, even though it always is, it happens, you can get infected.
Mm,
From experience, it does, yes.
okay, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, she knows. She knows. Mhm.
Mm,
Oh my goodness. Okay, now finally, uh, here we have some topics. Okay, so please choose one of them. Okay, and then we're gonna talk and we're gonna say if we agree or if we disagree. Here we have some statements. You can agree or disagree with these statements. Some drugs should be legalized. Facebook should be banned. Banned means not allowed. People should have only one child. Government should ban sodas and fatty food in school cafeterias. Okay, so make your mind and let me know if you agree or disagree with those statements and why. But for this one, I need you to speak. Okay. Um, okay, please tell me.
but we have to question another partner, or just talk about.
No, your point of view. And
Okay.
if somebody else's agree or disagree with or disagrees with you, that person can I don't know, maybe that person can say, oh, I agree with Chris or I disagree with Chris because okay.
Okay.
Okay, so who wants to start? I'll give you an example. Facebook should be banned. Okay. Oh, if you are in, okay, if you are like, you can also say this. Okay, I partly agree. I partly agree means that yeah, you agree, but not at all. Or I partly disagree. For example, Facebook should be banned. Okay, so I partly agree because on one hand, there are many privacy issues about Facebook. Okay, like Facebook takes your pictures for yeah forever, even if you have decided um, to close your account. They will have your pictures forever and all your information, all your data. And also they use your data to sell it to third parties. I mean, to sell it to other companies for marketing strategies. So basically, they use you. But on the other side, I disagree because Facebook is a social network that helps people connect with friends and family. So I want you to do so with the other ones. So, but tell me your examples. Okay, tell me your point of view. What do you think?
Um, about the government should ban sodas and fatty food in school cafeterias. Bueno, eso. Eh, I disagree with the banning of sodas and fatty foods because I think that will cause a kind of taboo in children and they will be tempted to eat much more that kind of food. So it's like a try to teach them to have a control of what they must to eat and and yes.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, good. Yeah, you know, I've never thought about that in that way. Yeah, yeah, because when you ban something, you make people to want it more, right? Yeah, so they will be tempted to eat more
Yeah.
fatty food. Mm, good, Yaisa. Nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So what about the rest of you guys? Do you agree or disagree with Yaisa? Or you can talk about any other
Well,
topic here.
I don't know if I don't know if ban that kind of food is okay, but I think yes, it should be like the school must to offer some kind of healthy, you know, food and beverage for the kids, you know, because I mean everyone here, I just guessing that when I was in the school, when you got to the cafeteria, you always had sodas and stuff like that, you know, and chips and all that kind of stuff when they got in, or maybe empanadas or papas ahorradas. I'm not translating English. So this is a kind of food. I mean, maybe one day is okay. I don't know, but if you have it all days. I mean, a long, ¿cómo se dice? Como a largo plazo, como a long term or something
In
like
the
that.
long term,
In the
long
long
term.
term or in the long time, yeah, I guess the people when they get older, they maybe have problems, you know, with the sugar and all that kind of stuff. So I think the
Yes.
government should take care more strictly that kind of the
Hmm.
selling at the schools.
Yeah. I mean,
But
well,
always it's up to the parents, you know. Always it's just up to the parents because you can you can like obey. Is obey? Yes,
mm.
como obligar. Like obey
Oh,
the
you can't push
or push something
or
like yes.
force. You can
Force
force.
exactly force. You can force the parents to do
Mm.
what because you know parents are parents and they
Mm.
know what is better for their kids.
Yes. Well,
So it's
they
complicated. Yeah, I know
they're
it's complicated.
supposed to. Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, and I would like to know what's Christian Camilo's point of view about this topic. Christian, are you here? Christian Camilo?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what do you think? Do
I'm
you
sorry.
agree with
What topic?
Chris or do you agree with Yaisa or I don't know. Tell me your point of view.
Mm, I want to give my opinion about uh, the first sentences.
The first sentence, okay. Some
Yes.
drugs should be legalized.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
disagree
Mhm.
because the drugs, ¿cómo se dice?
Okay, tell me, I'll try to help you out.
All the all the drugs are very damaged by by the system nervous in the
Okay,
person.
damaging or yeah,
Damaging
yeah, um, are
in
damaging for
the
your um,
nervous system. System nervous.
no, not ner. It says I would say like for your nervous.
Or brain of the person.
Hmm. Okay, no worries. Keep keep going. So like for your health.
Okay.
Um, but more specifically, okay, tell me. So it's bad for your health. Oh, also Kevin disagrees. Yeah, I disagree that drugs should be legalized. So Kevin agrees with you, Christian, Camilo.
Yes.
Yeah, but can you explain more about that idea? So you said that drugs
Well,
shouldn't be legalized because they are harmful. That's another okay, harmful or damaging, or yeah, they're harmful. Um,
But we got cigarettes and alcohol instead, you know. So
mm, yes. So alcohol is another kind of drugs,
yeah,
right?
exactly, and damage your
And
body
is
as well.
legal.
So exactly, and damage your body and as well. So I guess it's. I mean, the drugs. The idea with the drugs. I think the war in drugs is totally failed. You know, I think it's failed.
Mm, yes.
So, and I think it's more like an issue that that will take care of the public health. You know, because
Hmm.
it's like kind of, I don't know if it's the word to use it here is disease. It's like a kind of disease. I mean, when you're a
The
drug addict, when you
causes, yeah.
yeah, when you're a drug addict, is it must be treated like the like a,
Mm,
like something that is ill, you know, and it
yes.
needs to that kind of the cares. So
Mm,
and I think it's I don't know. I know in many people, you know, when you
mm,
go outside, yes, you can see it. So many people that use drugs,
mm.
and it's more like I don't know, it's like so common, and
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
kind of ¿cómo se dice? Como doble moral, doble rasero, doble.
Double standard.
Yeah, it's like double standard, something like that. I mean, the drugs exist, and I guess it's like the you know in alcohol and cigarettes. It depends on your personality or something like that.
Yeah.
You decide if you use it or not use it, and you can tax you know the drugs. So if they are legal, you can tax it, right? Le puedes poner
Yeah.
impuestos,
Yeah, taxes.
taxes.
So I'll just tell you what's going on here. Um, about drugs, marijuana is legalized here. Um, to be honest, there's not much difference because Canadians love smoking marijuana. So even before it was legalized, um, everyone, like everyone was smoking marijuana. So to be honest, it's not a big difference. The big difference is about taxes because now they have like business, like formal business. So they
Yes.
have to pay taxes. Also, it's more controlled. So government decides, okay, if you are 18 years old, you can smoke marijuana, otherwise not. So not for minors.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the same with the alcohol.
yeah,
What's the
same with the
age?
alcohol.
What's the age to get in the bar in Canada? It's
It depends
19.
on the province.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in this one is 18.
Okay.
In Colombia, to be honest, you can find drugs everywhere. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes.
and I know that because people here travel to Colombia for drugs and sex. To
Yeah.
be,
That's
yeah, it's so sad, but
it's real,
yeah,
but it's real. I'm from prostitution
they
too.
can find it anywhere,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
anywhere. Yeah. So if it's legalized or not, it's more about yeah, what you teach to your children, right? What to do.
Yeah, exactly. And no one will forcing you to use it. I mean, you can just decide to buy tobacco, to buy cigarettes.
Yeah, same
The
thing.
cigarettes is they have a lot of money to have um, a pack of cigarettes. So the same as
Mm.
alcohol. The alcohol pay taxes,
Yes, alcohol pay
but I
taxes.
mean,
Yeah,
you decide if
cigars
you get a
pay
drunk,
taxes.
you get a drunk
And yeah,
or not.
I know. It's the worst drugs here are opioids.
Yeah.
And opioids are, for example, let's say that um, a regular drug that you can buy if it's over the counter, like Dolex or Tylenol or Advil, they take like lots,
Yes.
and they
It's
they
legal.
die from
It's,
overdoses,
it's legal. So.
and it's legal, right? So I don't know. So thanks everyone for joining the class today. It was really exciting. Yes, yeah, we're leaving. Yeah, we're finishing the class. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Yaisa, Diana, Christian, Camilo. Yes, everyone. If you have any questions or I don't know comments about the class, please let me know. If you can't find the link to the survey, um, please tell me, and I'll try to send it to the chat. Okay, instead. Okay. Bye, everyone. Take
Oh,
care.
okay, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, team.
Bye.
See you
See you.
Friday. Bye bye.